Here is part 2 of our Perplexor number 15 entitled Team Mascots. I want to apologize for part 1. My screen was showing that the paper was facing us like this, but when I watched the video I saw that it wasn't. So for that reason I'm just going to quickly go through and review what we did for part 1. Okay? After reading the story, we started with clue number 1. We saw that Larry and Lonnie did not like water in any form, so we eliminated swimming and ice hockey from Larry and Lonnie. We saw that Lois and Lothar's teams had mascots that had no feathers, so we went to Lois and down to the mascots, and we eliminated Parrot and Chicken because Parrot and Chicken have feathers, and they had a mascot that didn't have feathers. We did the same thing with Lothar. We eliminated Parrot and Chicken. Number 3, we circled it, telling us that we were going to have to come back to that clue, but it says the team with the red uniforms had a chicken for a mascot. We were able to eliminate red from Lois and Lothar because we already see here that they do not have chickens for mascots. Okay? We still have that circled because we can come back to that clue later. Clue number 4. The baseball team took turns riding their mascot. Well, we weren't able to eliminate anything with that, so we just circled that clue. And then we read clue number 5. It said Lola and Lothar participated in sports that did not use a ball. So we went to we went to Lola, and we eliminated all of the choices that used a ball. And we did the same thing for Lothar. We eliminated all of the choices that didn't that uses a ball. Then we also talked about that leaves only swimming and ice hockey left for Lola and Lothar, so Lois could not possibly have had swimming and ice hockey. Okay. We also figured out I see here that back to this clue right here, the baseball team took turns riding their mascot. Well, since we eliminated baseball from Lola and Lothar, we were able to eliminate horse. They didn't have a horse. They're not going to ride a horse because they don't have baseball. Okay? Let's cross off clue number 5, and let's move on to clue number 6. It says this: Larry was the best pitcher on his team. Oh, let's go to Larry. And let's look to see which one of these teams has a pitcher. It would be baseball. So I'm going to circle baseball for Larry. I'm going to cross off that clue so I know that I'm finished with it. Now, there's more I can do. I can eliminate soccer and basketball from under Larry because I know that he now played baseball. There's something more that I can do. I can now eliminate baseball from everybody else's list. So I'm going to do that. Okay. And I'm going to go back up to this clue here. The baseball team took turns riding their mascot. Oh, well now it becomes clear to me that Larry's team has the horse. So I'm going to circle horse for Larry. I'm going to eliminate all of the other choices for Larry. Okay. And now I'm going to eliminate horse from everybody else. Okay, now I'm taking a look here. There's something else I can do. I see that Lois and Lothar, all they can have left, all that's possible for them to have, are either the otter or the goat. So that means that I can eliminate otter and goat from Lola and Lonnie. And I can now see that they're going to have either the parrot or the chicken. Okay? Okay, let's keep going. Lola's team wore yellow uniforms and black skates. So we're going to go to Lola. They wore yellow uniforms, so I'm going to circle yellow. And if they wore black skates, that tells me, because all that's left are swimming and ice hockey, that tells me that her team played ice hockey. So I'm going to circle ice hockey. Now I'm going to eliminate swimming from under Lola, and I'm also going to eliminate red, pink, blue, and purple. But there's something more that I can do. I can eliminate yellow from everybody else's list since I've already used it here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. I'm looking over my clues to see if there's anything else I can do. And I don't see it right now, so I'm going to go ahead and cross off clue number 7. Let's go to clue number 8. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to eliminate right up here. I can eliminate ice hockey from Lothar. Ah, and look what happened. Lothar is left with swimming. That's the only thing left for Lothar. So we know that Lothar has swimming, and so we can circle that. And we're almost finished figuring out who had what sport. So Lonnie and Lewis were going to have to figure out if they had soccer or basketball. Okay? The soccer team wore purple uniforms and the goat was their mascot. Well, if you remember in a previous step, we looked to see the only two people who could have a goat. Now we know it's the soccer team. And since Lothar's team was swimming, we know that she did not, or Lothar did not have a goat, but had the otter. And the goat is the mascot here. And I can eliminate otter. And we now know that Lewis's team played soccer because he has the goat. And it also tells us that he wore purple uniforms. Okay, so now I can eliminate basketball from Lewis. I can eliminate pink and blue. And I figured out what he has going here. Now, I can go through and eliminate purple from everybody else's color because I just used purple right here with Lewis. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate that clue, and I'm going to look over to see if there's anything else I can figure out at this point. I'm not seeing anything else I can eliminate. So I'm going to, oh, there is, I'm sorry. Right here with soccer. Since Lewis has soccer, I can eliminate soccer from Lonnie. And that tells me that Lonnie has basketball. Okay. Now, let's see if there's anything else I can eliminate or figure out. I don't see it right now, but perhaps you see something that you could eliminate. If you do, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and go to clue 9, and then I'm going to go through my clues again. Okay? The otter was the mascot for the team that wore blue. Well, the only thing that's left, the only team that has the otter, we've already figured that out, is Lothar with the swimming. They have the otter, so I now know that they were blue, and I'm going to eliminate pink here. Now I'm going to go through everyone else and eliminate blue. Now, you may be wondering, we've read all of our clues, but we still haven't figured out everybody's color or everybody's mascot. And that's true. So what we do now is we go back through. First, I'm going to go back to the ones that I circled. It says, the team with the red uniforms had a chicken for a mascot. Ah, look at here, my friends. We've already eliminated red here, and we know that Lola had either a parrot or chicken. Well, since she didn't have red, she had a yellow uniform. We know that she did not have a chicken. So we're going to eliminate chicken and circle parrot. And we can eliminate parrot right here and circle chicken. And it said whoever had the chicken also wore red, so we can circle red and eliminate pink. Okay. Now that we've eliminated, we figured out who had red, I'm going to go over here to Larry, and I'm going to eliminate red from Larry. And that leaves only one color for Larry, and that one color is pink. Okay, I think that solved everything. Let's go back to this clue that we had circled. The baseball team took turns riding their mascot. That tells me that baseball team should have a horse, and they do. So I've used all of my clues, and here are my final answers. Larry played baseball. His uniform color was pink, and their mascot was a horse. Lola played ice hockey. Her team color was yellow, and the mascot was a parrot. Lonnie played basketball. His team color was red, and the mascot was a chicken. Lewis played soccer. The uniform color was purple, and the mascot was a goat. And finally, Lothar did swimming. Lothar was a swimmer. The team uniform was blue, and the mascot was an otter. So you can see this takes some thought. You have to put some thought behind how to solve these perplexors.